Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Godspeed, where you are guaranteed to get your market overview. And this week, just like the weather in Atlanta, Georgia, it's all in the 60s here, guys. I'm so excited to take another look at this L certified model that we've kept our eye on over the weeks, and it has just continued to reduce in price. Now it is down to $61,990 for a certified Lexus vehicle. Amazing. Our next offering comes in at a little lower miles, little higher price. This one's actually new to the market this week. It's tinted, it's got red calipers, zero accidents reported, only 38,000 miles, and it's $63,990. Really excited about that one. And then just a quick showcase on a vehicle that actually I've had my eyes on for a couple weeks because it's got the red and white interior, glass top, 15,000 miles, and let me tell you something, this car looks it. It looks perfect. Now, I'll be honest with you. The vehicle actually has actually been in a T-bone accident, but one of the things I found out through my investigation is that the dealer sold this vehicle, same dealer who sold the vehicle brand new, actually repaired the vehicle after the T-bone, and they are now selling this vehicle again. The owner actually kept the car for about 2 years after all the repairs were done. So that's always a good sign that everything was put back to specs, but especially when the Lexus dealership actually puts it back. I think that's a good call out, guys. And I'm so excited to talk you through the rest of the market this week. So without any further ado, let's get it. Wow, a lot going on in the market this week, and for the most, all positive. So let's get into it. Here we've got our lowest price LC500. This one is a reported lemon, so definitely not recommending this vehicle. But like I mentioned last week, the lower we see prices go for even the worst of offerings, the better it is for the best of offerings. Okay, so this is $1,000 less than it was last week. So really good to see now that our bottom line, $57,000 for this week. All right. We got a couple new offerings. I'm really excited about this one. Again, when I say really excited, guys, I'm not saying, hey, go out and buy this vehicle. I'm excited because this is a $60,000 offering. Okay. It's got 65,000 miles on it, which, again, it's not the lowest mileage, but because we're talking about Toyota Lexus motors, we know these things last for forever. But what I'm excited about is the fact that, listen, this is a one owner, if I remember correctly. Yeah, one owner, zero accidents, clean title. All right, and it's coming in at 60,000. And what's more important about this is that, listen, it's a brand new vehicle and it came to the market at 60,000. Not 65, not 69, 60,000, which means that when there's movement on this vehicle, it's going to put us a really clean option underneath 60,000 by next week, if I imagine correctly. Okay, no movement on our flood vehicle here, which again, like I said, is a beautiful car, but definitely not interested in the flood vehicles. I've done some more research on these offerings, and the challenge with these is going to be electrical over the year. You see more of a challenge with salt water. This one was a freshwater, but still, I don't think I'm willing to invest anywhere near $61,000 into any vehicle that's been sitting in water for over a while. Now, when we look to the right of it, though, I'm extremely excited about this one. You guys know this is our most affordable Lexus L certified vehicle. That's 2 years of warranty, 2 years of services, all paid for. They're built into this price. They've dropped this price, I believe, twice since we last spoke last week. Now we're at 61.9. I love this vehicle. I mean, I love the spoiler that we've got on the back with this one. I think we've got tinted windows, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not, but I think my only challenge with this vehicle, for my personal buy, we got the glass top, is just, I'm looking for a red interior, and God, part of me wish this was red interior, and I'm also looking for Alcantara. So, I'd prefer, even if this was black interior and I came across an amazing deal, I would prefer to see black on the inside. But certified pre-owned, 64,000 miles on it, and coming in at 61.9, you can't beat that. That's amazing. Again, team, one thing I want to say again is, when I get excited about these prices, it's not because I'm saying let's go buy. I want to reiterate my position from last week, which is if if at all possible, let's all hold our horses a little bit because we are seeing dramatic decreases week over week. And I'm telling you, before the weather gets warm, I think we're really going to see prices that are going to be more favorable to the 50s and maybe some real options in the mid 50s and maybe even a couple good snag deals in the low 50s. So, that's just what I'm thinking. And some might be saying, well, why do you feel like that? Well, I can tell you why. Because as the market continues to look favorable for used vehicles, and by that I mean, unfortunately, interest rates are going up. And so when interest rates go up, prices on these vehicles go down. Okay. The other part of it is too, is that, maybe what people were willing to pay with a 2% interest rate and what they're willing to pay at a 9% interest rate are completely different, right? You're not going to get a, $80,000 car for a $785 car note anymore, right? Even these offerings out here, unless you're putting cash down, you can see that they're well over $1,000. And that's just the reality because of the interest rate, okay? All right, back to the cars. All right, so we got this offer right here, which again, clean vehicle, 62,000 miles. I spoke with the young lady who owns this vehicle, and it's a really nice offering. Personally, it's got a little bit higher miles than I would like, and I do like these wheels. They are clean, but a part of me just really likes the OEM wheels on the vehicle. Okay, love the Pirelli tires though. So interested to see how that price drops over the week. Now here's a new one that I'm really excited about because I'll tell you what, you've got an 18 model, you've got the white red interior that I keep talking about. Tint on this vehicle already, so you guys know that's a little added value. This one's also got the red calipers, which is exactly the way I would do mine. And you're coming in at $63,000. Again, this is a brand new one to the market, and it's already coming to the market listed at $4,000 below market value. That's a good deal, guys. And quite potentially, for if there's anybody out there who's like, I've waited my time and it's time for me to get my car, this is one right here to really look at. If you do end up getting this vehicle, two things I want to call your attention to. Number one is you're going to need some new tires, at least one new tire. I noticed that one of them is a Continental, the other ones are BF Goodrich. So I don't know if it's a one tire replacement on that guy or if you just try to see if you can't get in some money to go towards tires. And then just to watch out for these hidden fees. I tell you, I'm seeing some good prices, but then when you look at the fine details, or if I call about the opportunity, all of a sudden now you got $1,000, $1,500 worth of hidden fees, and I'm just not a fan of that. Okay. All right, let's finish looking at the marketplace this week. A couple other great offerings here. We've got a $67,000 or $66,995, 50,000 miles on this, but I mean, nobody does this red like Lexus, and it does look really good. But again, guys, $66,000 certified pre-owned. Love that all day. All right, we don't have to go far to find another one. Couple dollars less. Well, I'm sorry, $1,000 more, and you got you a silver offering here with a fewer miles but certified. I don't know if you guys recall, but in December of last year, you wouldn't have even come close to finding certified options like this in the mid 60s. So here's another offering that I've absolutely loved. This was one of the cars that I showed in my actual in the headline video there. I really like this car because we've got a 15,000 mile Lexus. It really looks amazing. I mean, the car is pristine. Now, if you guys heard me last week when I talked about this car, one of the challenges to this vehicle is that it had been T-boned in an accident. But I did call out and did some research on this one and spoke to a very nice gentleman out here at the dealership. And here's a couple things that I learned that I think would be interesting to you. Number one, the vehicle was actually sold by this Lexus dealership in Connecticut. Okay, so originally it went from Hoffman when it rolled off the lot in 2017. Okay, the person, two owners if I'm not mistaken, but then the vehicle was T-boned about 2 years ago, and the repairs actually went back to Hoffman Lexus for the repair job. Now, I don't personally like a wrecked vehicle, but I will tell you this. If the Lexus dealership is also repairing the vehicle, then I asked this guy, did you guys use Lexus OEM parts? Of course they did. Of course he said they did. They've got all the paperwork to reflect that. So the fact that you're going back with Lexus parts and no aftermarkets to save a couple dollars, or more importantly, this three-stage paint job that are on these white pearls is very difficult. Who's going to be able to get that better than a Lexus dealership? So very excited about that. And I'm telling you, I got some extra photos from the guy on this, and it's just really a clean car. 15,000 miles. It looks it. Glass top, red Alcantara. Yeah, you guys know if you've been following the channel, that's my spec right there. I love that. Okay, let me get down to a couple more here, guys. Let's see here. Really nice offering here at 69. Here's another certified option. Really strong offerings here. Look, they dropped. If you're looking for a liquid platinum with red interior, they continue to drop this one here. I mean, I love the color of it. Love it. It's been dropping week over week. They just pulled another $1,000 off of this vehicle, so it's 87 this week. It's not our lowest convertible, because you guys know, if you've been watching the channel, right? We've got a $76,000 convertible out there, but of course it is a rebuilt title on that one. So oops, sorry guys, I think I might have went the wrong direction on that one. Okay, so listen, I want to do a quick call out. I want to thank CABdosdos or CAB22 for just reaching out this week. Thanks for sharing this vehicle with me, because it does look like a very exciting offer. I mean, I love the fact that we got a black vehicle here, 22-inch wheels, spoiler, tinted windows. I can see why you really like this vehicle, and trust me, I like it too. I also agree with you. I think that if we can wait a little bit longer, we're absolutely going to see this vehicle in the mid to low sixes, right? We just got to put some distance in between us and that opportunity, and I think we'll absolutely see that price. I'll tell you what too, I wanted to see if I could find a comparable that I could bring to your attention, and I did find this one right here. And so when we're looking at these vehicles, a couple things we want to think about, right, is the longevity of the vehicle, who's selling the vehicle, what's been the experience of the vehicle thus far. And I tell you, I really like this one right here. It's got that same caviar that you like, the blacked out wheels. These are obviously the Lexus OEM 21s that are blacked out, but 21s, 22s is not always the easiest to see the difference. This one's murdered out, got the tinted windows, everything's blacked out. One of the things I can say I like about this vehicle, it's a bit cheaper than the one that you showed, but the other thing I like about this one is, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this one's certified. So the price difference was just a few $100s, but on this one right here, you're getting a little higher miles actually, but you're getting certification, which means you got those 2 years and 2 additional years worth of maintenance for free. Things to consider, right, whenever we do get ready to pull the trigger. But thanks again, CABdosdos, for reaching out, man. I really appreciate that. Guys, if you have any questions, or if you've got research that you'd like me to take a look at for you, please do drop me some comments. Like I said, we are an early channel. All the feedback that you can provide really helps. Hit that like button. And guys, have a wonderful weekend. Look forward to seeing you again next week. Godspeed.